Boi kala, boi kala, boi kala, boi kala. Won't you sing with me? Boi kala, boi kala, boi kala, boi kala. Hachamame Rosha Ilanot Nistalka, Bo Venetze Likrat Shabbat Hamalka. Hachamame Rosha Ilanot Nistalka, Bo Venetze Likrat Shabbat Hamalka. Boi kala, boi kala, boi kala, boi kala.
Shabbat shalom.
Good Shabbos.
It is wonderful to be here with all of you this evening, here in the sanctuary, those of you joining us online as we welcome in this Shabbat. We just sang those words that say, Boi Kala, welcome in the bride of Israel that we call Shabbat. And it's an appropriate welcome this evening on this Shabbat as we have our children with us. During the traditional wedding blessing, we say, Kol Sason V'Kol Simcha, the voices of the children and the voices of joy be heard through the streets of Jerusalem and through the cities of Judah. And to have our children here with us who will help us lead our service in just a little while as they will help lead a few of our prayers this evening is an appropriate way to welcome in the bride of Israel to this Shabbat evening. We gather together here on Shabbat, as we know, for a number of reasons. Some of us are here because it's our first and second grade Shabbat dinner, and we're here with our families. Some of us are here because the world is a mess, and we seek the comfort of community as we try and grapple with what is going on in Israel and in other places in creation. Some of us are here because we are saying healing blessings, asking for God's healing blessings to be with those we love, those in our immediate and broader circles. Some of us are here to be lifted up by our community as we walk through the valley of the shadow and remember those who we have lost. Whatever our reasons, we are gifted this moment each week, this gift of time that we call Shabbat, that we call this day of rest, that allows us to take a step back, to be with one another, to be with the source of goodness in the world, and to rejoice in the gift of time where we're able to put the schmutz of the rest of the week aside, if only for a few moments, if only for a few hours, and to be present for ourselves, with ourselves, and renew our souls. We begin our service tonight on page 128. Making sure, please, to turn off your cell phone and put them away as we open our hearts to the heart of the world with Yid Nefesh.
Yedid nefesh avarachaman, Yedid nefesh avarachaman, Meshachadecha el ritzonecha, Meshachadecha, ya la 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 el Retzonecha Yarut Adecha Kemo Aya Yishtachave yalala, alalai lai lai el muladarecha. Yedi nefeshav arachaman, Yedi nefeshav arachaman, Meshochav decha, eritzonecha, Meshochav decha, Yalalalai lai lai, eritzonecha.
We turn now in our prayer books to page 120 as we prepare to kindle our Shabbat lights. And to light our lights this evening, as we bring more light into creation, I'd like to ask Abby Friedenson to come to the bima.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Page 124, we read responsively. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. We turn to the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat, welcoming in the Sabbath. Page 130, we sing together with joy, Lechu Neranena.
Lechu neranena l'Adonai, Nariya litzo yishenu, Nekahat panav betoda, Vizmiro Nariya lo. Page 131. Shiru l'Adonai, Kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, Kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai, Shir Chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Adonai Kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Adonai Kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash.
We turn now to page 138 as we prepare to welcome in the Sabbath bride with the singing of Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu el ha'miuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet b'litila. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu b'nelcha, ki mekor ha'beracha, me'rosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Itoreri, Iva orekumi, uri, Uridaberi, Kivod Adonai alayik nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Bo'oi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, gam v'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Bo'oi kala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Page 145. Lamdeni Elohai Barech v'hitpalel al sod ale kamel. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, unripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways. The Chatzi Kaddish is on page 144.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'alma divarach ivrute v'yamlich malchute.
B'chayechon
u'vyomechon u'v'chayei techol beit Yisrael. Bagala u'bizman kari ve'imveru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, ve'alam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach, ve'yishtabach, ve'yitpa'ar, ve'yitromam, ve'yitnaseh, ve'yitadar, ve'yit'ale, ve'yitalal, shemei dekudisha berichu, le'ela min kol berchata ve'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma ve'immeru amen. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed Yalalai lai lai 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 Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Please be seated as we turn to page 148. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, be'ochma poteach sha'arim uvitvu meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmeroteim barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uven layla Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amecha ahavta Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Hukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Otanu limadeta Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shofenu V'kumenu na'asiyach b'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratcha U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Yihim chayenu Be'orech yameinu Uvahem nege yomam balayla Nege yomam balayla Ahavatcha al tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael Ohev Amo Yisrael.
I'd like to ask our first and second graders to come forward to lead us now in the Shema on page 152. Ma Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Thank you, guys.
Ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele Asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha V'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam V'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aterech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha Ukshartam le'ot al yatecha v'hayulatot afot b'neinecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 157, we read responsively at the top of the page. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. But there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Norah
Tehilot
Oseh
Halel
Norah
Tehilot
Oseh Feleh Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Yai lai 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 lai.
Baruch atah ka'al Yisrael.
Page 161. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with me you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. 162.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, La'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam v'ridolam. Better woo this time. Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, La'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam v'ridolam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Beshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam v'ridolam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Beshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam v'ridolam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam v'ridolam.
We turn now in our prayer books to page 164 as we rise for the tefillah.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, Yalla lie, lie, lie. 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 Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
We'd like to invite our first and second graders forward again so that they can lead us in Oseh Shalom in this prayer for peace. Guys, go have a seat. When people find out that I have a dog named Keshet, which means rainbow, and then I also have a son who's a year younger named Noah, people assume that Noah's Ark must be my favorite Torah portion. And they're right, but it's not because of my son or my dog. The Torah portion this week, Parshat Noach, brings to us stories of how to behave in the world, how to treat others around us. It's a story of universalism and particularism all rolled into one. It's a story of guarding the earth, guarding the animals. There is so much in these verses, and that's even before we get to the story of the Tower of Babel at the end of the Parsha. But this week I want to focus on just a few words that come to us right at the beginning of Parshat Noach. The Parsha begins by saying, Ele toldot Noach. This is the generation of Noah. Noach ish tzaddik tamim haya b'dorotav. Noah was a tzaddik. He was a righteous person. But then the Torah qualifies it by saying, tamim haya b'dorotav, blameless in his generation. Now, throughout the centuries, the rabbis have examined this phrase, blameless in his generation, and the prevailing idea is that Noah was a good guy. He was a good guy compared to everybody else in his generation that was full of sin, full of being evil, full of violence. And Noah was better than them. But the Torah qualifies it, the rabbis teach, because he was only just better than them. He wasn't generally a tzaddik. He wasn't generally a righteous person, only when compared to others around him. Conversely, Avraham Avinu, Abraham, our patriarch, is considered a tzaddik without exception. And the reason that's given is because when God tells Noah that God's going to flood the earth, going to cleanse the earth and start again, Noah says, okay, tell me how to build the ark. Whereas when God tells Abraham that God is going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, the two evil cities, Abraham argues with God, challenging God that what if we find some nice people? What if we find people who are above reproach in the cities? Are you still going to destroy it? Shouldn't the judge of the whole world do justly? And Abraham argues with God and bargains with God, starting with 100, then to 50, and 40, and 30, and 20, and then finally settling with, if there's 10 righteous people, God won't destroy the cities. And that's the general viewpoint that the rabbis have had about these two important characters that come to us very early in the reading of the Torah. But I think this week we can read Noah a little bit differently. When we say Noach ish tzaddik tamim haya b'dorotav, that he was blameless in his generation, we can look to the words of Reish Lakish, the Talmudic sage, who says, no, he's better than just being a tzaddik, because the generation around him was so sinful. It wasn't just that he stood a little bit above that. It's because Reish Lakish understands the challenges of acting better than when it's full of sin around you. And so this week, as we have seen this last week and a half, as we've seen evil in the world, the Torah reminds us that in the face of such evil, it is incumbent upon us to follow in Noah's footsteps, to not succumb to the evil, to seek justice, yes, but not succumb to evil, and to make sure that the actions, the words we use, how we treat one another is from a place of tzedakah, of justice and righteousness, that we can follow in those footsteps of being an ish tzaddik or an isha tzaddikah, a man or a woman who is righteous, even if the generation around us is not. And so that is the challenge that Noah gives us, to work to protect the world, to work with God to save the world, to be shepherds of peace and justice, to build those arks of safety and of wholeness around us, and to work together with one another to bring peace and light to all of creation. Amen.
Amen.
We pause now in our service as we think of those members of our community who are ill. Some are in the hospital, some are at home recovering, some have diseases and illnesses from which they may never recover. This week we think especially of Mike Arnold, Constance Dixon, Adam Katz, Stephen Perel, Robert Lehrman, Sheila Fagis, Peggy Heinley, Irina Zamara, Adrian Traeger, Gloria Foreman, Diane Silverstein, Lee Silverstein, Ricky Baugh, Linda Hooper, Robert Josie, Lynn Grist, Miriam Belouse, Susan Rachel Stockel, Carmelo DeValle, Stacy Ford, Sandra Slovin, Marcia Heisler, Elizabeth Jonas, Harriet Jacobs, Jonathan Waller, Catalina Deltet, Gary Swartz, Tom Bradford, Janelle Nichols, Robert Cohen, Brianna Jacobs, David Sankey, Stanley Bissell, Richard Jacobs, Brooke Jacobs, Carolyn Eisenhart, Larry Futterman, Marty Barish, Gary Paul, Brian Berger, Chandler Jacobs, Yael Bat David Valea, Alan Friedman, Sarah Kahn, Jill Van Team, Eleanor Goodman, Libby Routman, Marjorie Whitmore, Jerry Phillips, Paul Kershaw, Reva Fisher, Leslie Knight, Bert Singerman, Mateo Velazquez, Max Jacobs, Kathy Waldner, Richard Zuspin, and Christopher Denton. We also think of all of those who were injured in southern Israel last week. If you are thinking of someone who's in need of a prayer of healing, I ask you to share their name with the community as my eyes meet yours, or if you're joining us online, to add their name at this time to the chat. We think of all of those we have named and all those we hold in our hearts and ask for God's healing presence to be with them. We also ask for God to watch over victims of violence around the world as we ask for them to be blessed with healing, hope, and love. We ask for God to watch over those who care for the sick each day. May their hands and their hearts be blessed with wisdom, compassion, love, and hope as we ask God's healing presence to be with all of them and all of us as we sing together this blessing, page 371.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. And let us say, Amen.
We turn now in our prayer books to page 552 as we rise and offer a prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shabashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'goralo, Barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Gulatenu. Hagen Aleha Be'evrat Chastecha. Ufros Aleha Sukat Shlomecha. Ushlach Orcha V'amitcha L'Roshecha. Sareha V'yotzeha V'taknes Be'atzei Tova Milfanecha. V'natata Shalom Ba'aretz V'simchat Olam Le'yoshveha. V'nomar.
Amen.
Amen. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
O Lord, balev ha'penima, nefesh Yehudi homia, ulefate mizra kadima, ayin letzion Sophia. O lo avdat ikvatenu, hatikva bat shnot alpayim, liotam chofshi be'artzenu eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Liotam chofshi be'artzenu eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim.
We remain standing as we turn in our prayer books to page 586 for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotze bereshit, shehunot hashamayim v'yosed haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al, u'shchinatu zo begove meromim, hu Eloheinu einod, v'anachnu koreim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai, l'melech al kol haaretz, bayom ha'u yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. Page 595. Yesh kochavim she'oram magia arza, rak ka'asher hem atzmam avdu ve'enam. There are stars up above, so far away. We only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. At this sacred moment of our Shabbat evening worship, we think longingly and lovingly of those taken from us both recently and at this season in years past. We are in a period of Shloshim, the first 30 days since their passing, of Scott Brown, Howard Mittler, and Nadav Amikam, who lost his life in Kibbutz Aza. We are marking the yahrzeit, the anniversary of their passing on this Shabbat, of Florence Shatner Abramson, Ann Adler, Sylvia Crichton Roebuck, Charles Goodman, Eileen Jurist, Louis Pasillo, Gertrude Slavin, David Steinberg, Michael Talent, Lillian Werber, and Myrtle Wish. If you are remembering someone on this Shabbat, I invite you to share their name with the community as my eyes meet yours. Zichronam livracha. May all of their memories continue to be a blessing. As we take all of their memories into our hearts, remembering also all of those who lost their lives last week in southern Israel, along with the millions of our people who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we turn now in our prayer books to page 598 and rise as one community to speak these words of faith, the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon v'yom echon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam l'amei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudesha b'rechu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Hey shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all the bereaved here and everywhere with the blessing of peace. As together we all say, Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen.
As we entered the service tonight, I mentioned that our liturgy says that kol sason v'kol simcha, that the voice of young people, but also the voice of joy should be heard throughout our streets, through Jerusalem and all Judah. And on Parshat Noach, there's no better way to finish a service with joy than with rise and shine. So I'm going to ask you all to be a little goofy tonight as we sing together. It's not in your books, so feel free to put them down and join us.
So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. The Lord said to Noah, there's gonna be a flooding, flooding. Lord said to Noah, there's gonna be a flooding, flooding. Get your children out of the muddy, muddy, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine, give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. So Noah, he built him an arky, Noah, he built him an arky, made it out of hickory, barky, children of the Lord. So rise and shine, give God your glory, glory. Rise, shine, and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. The animals, they came on by twosies, animals, they came on by twosies, elephants and kangaroosies, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. It rained and poured for 40 nights and daisies rained for 40 nights and daisies down those animals, nearly crazy children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. The sun came out and dried up the landy. Sun came up, dried up the landy. Everything was fine and dandy, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine, give give God your glory, glory, rise and shine, and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. Secret verse. So this is the end of the story. This is the end of the story. Everything turns out hunky-dory, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine. Give God your glory, glory, rise and shine, and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord.
Please be seated. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos.
It was wonderful being with all of you this evening. Thank you to our first and second graders who helped lead us in prayer tonight. Just a few brief announcements before Kiddush and Motzi and our closing benediction, and then our Oneg Shabbat, where we can continue celebrating Shabbat together, greeting one another, and have a nash together. This Sunday, we have religious school beginning at 9 o'clock for our pre-K through 8th grade students, and Play Tamid is at 9:15, our parent and toddler group. At 9 o'clock, our sisterhood is also going to gather again this Sunday morning, as they have been all month, to walk in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So there we'll be meeting at 9 o'clock in the front of the building to walk together through the neighborhood. And then at 2 o'clock, Sisterhood is going to Fiddler on the Roof at City Springs. On Monday, we have Maj at 1. On Tuesday, there's Knitting and Crochet group at 1 o'clock, and our Sisterhood board meeting at 7:30. On Wednesday at 11 a.m., you can join us to study the book of 1 Samuel. We are in the midst of the David and Goliath narrative, so it's a really good place to join for Torah study or for Tanakh study. And then afterwards, you can stay and join the Sandwich Project and help feed the hungry. At 6 o'clock on Wednesday evening, C. Diddy is having their next pizza night in the lounge. And then at 7 o'clock, our 9th and 10th grade religious school classes will meet with Mike and myself. On Thursday, we have Mahjong for beginners at 10 and Mahjong at 7 o'clock, both in classroom 5, and at 7:30, our men's club Cornhole League will meet. Next Friday evening at 5:30 is Tat Shabbat, and then at 7:30 is our Friday night Kabbalat Shabbat service. And then on the 28th, Saturday evening, is our trivia night. You can talk to Ashley if you have questions about that. There is still time to sign up. And then on the 29th, in addition to religious school in the morning and our sisterhood walking together in the morning, we have Mahjong Madness in the afternoon, an opportunity to play. There's a lot of Mahjong here. There's an opportunity to play Mahjong, and it's also a fundraiser for some really good causes. Information is out in the lobby and also on our website. As we do each week, we want to thank members of our community who have really gone above and beyond to help us with any number of things. And this week we want to recognize Natalie Cheknovsky, who comes in each week and prepares for and sets up for and cleans up after our Oneg Shabbats and makes them beautiful and delicious. So when you're at the Oneg, Natalie is here. You can thank her personally. We will conclude our service now with Kiddush and Motzi. But first we have to do, it is the third Friday of October, which means it's anniversary Shabbat. If you are celebrating an anniversary in October, I invite you to please rise. So as I come over to you, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves to the community and then tell us how many years you're celebrating this year.
Apparently that's the October anniversary section right there. Seven Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel. Wait, there's another one? You were supposed to sit in that section over there. I mean, you know.
You're just going to make me get my steps in.
Seven Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Seven Tov, Seven Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Seven Tov, Seven Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Seven Tov. Yeilanu.
So now we will say Kiddush and Motzi. So I'm going to ask any of our young people who have not yet celebrated becoming a bar or bat mitzvah to come to the bima. So come on up, everyone. And we're going to ask everyone in the congregation to turn in their prayer books to page 123 and to please rise for Kiddush.
Okay, you have to be very, very gentle. No craziness, okay? Just take one and then back away a little bit so somebody else can get one, okay? Back away just a little bit and then come to the middle, okay? Yeah, does everybody have one? Kalia, do you have one? You have one? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'yava v'viratzon inchalatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat L'chaim.
We uncover the challah as we sing together.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. B'tei avon. Everybody take a piece.
And as they have the first piece of challah, we ask for God's blessing. Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai barech et emo v'yekol v'nei adam b'shalom. May God grant strength to our people. And may God bless all of us, all of Israel, and all creation with the blessing of peace. As together we all say,
Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.